today let's go over the topic on how to articulate your thoughts clearly. So firstly, why do we need to do this? So basically it's because if we're able to articulate our thoughts clearly, we'll be able to communicate verbally in a clearer way, because our speech is a reflection of our thinking, and if our thinking is muddled or confused and disorganized, then our speech will also be very confused and it will be hard to understand. And yeah, so if our thinking is organized, then our speech will be as well. And to communicate effectively, we should be able to articulate our thoughts clearly. So for example, if you had to give a speech about how screen time is bad, then first you probably have 3 points that you'd put into order of firstly, secondly and thirdly to organize them. So for example, you could say firstly, screen time is bad because it damages your eyes and your vision, and secondly, because it can reduce the amount of time you spend with your friends, which is bad socially, and lastly, loads of time spent on the screen is for entertainment or watching YouTube shorts, which doesn't add any more knowledge to you and it's just wasting your time. So yeah, by putting it like that and thinking clearly before you speak, you'll be able to be more organized. So here are basically 3 steps to be able to articulate it more clearly. So step 1 is to read. So after you read, you can fill your mind with new ideas and get a new rich vocabulary and learn also lots of sentence structures from books. And you can learn how other people organize their ideas and thoughts, because usually a lot of time goes into writing a book, and there are many drafts that writers do, and then furthermore there's also lots of other people who also read the book again and see if it can be published and stuff. So this means that it's a really good way to expose yourself to new ideas and to learn new information, and to basically to improve your ideas and structure. And basically any book is fine, from literary fiction all the way to history or business books, and it can make you sound more intelligent and learn new ways of thinking as well. And you don't need to read a lot every single day, mainly just 5 to 10 pages instead of scrolling on your phone. And an example of this could be maybe if you were asked to give a speech about leadership, and then if you've read lots of biographies and history books about good leaders in the past and their experiences as well, then you'd be able to use these unique insights and examples to actually make yourself seem more validated, because you know more about it. And because for example, take Winston Churchill during World War II, he was able to use his leadership skills in such time of crisis, and his situation was really bad because lots of the British soldiers were really injured and almost died in the Dunkirk beaches place, and he still managed to lead all of Britain and managed to defeat Nazi Germany. Step 2 is to write. So get your thoughts on paper and see them organized and actually written out, because then you're able to identify your thoughts and take time to actually write it down. And when you're actually writing it, you go over it again in your mind, so you're able to think about it more. And once you've written it down on paper, you can reject or eliminate the unimportant thoughts that won't and keep the good ones that will add more value to the conversation you're currently in. And basically just maybe have a journal and write 1 page per day, and it can be anything from reflecting on the past, your fears, or or your future goals. And it can also increase your creativity, and most people will probably wait until 2 weeks to actually start seeing results and start noticing that their thoughts are more clear, and basically retrain your brain so that it can think more clearly. And an example of this could be maybe in school, if you're in a group discussion and you want to say something, then first write down your points clearly and think about which one could add the most value to the discussion that are currently there, and you can eliminate the ones that wouldn't be as helpful to the rest of the group. And lastly is to speak. So yeah, this is why like your thoughts actually move from your mind out into the world after you speak it. Like loads of people like are trained to do so, like lots of the best speakers are trained to do that, like in the like either professionally or like also just in their upbringing, because they'd be like exposed to lots of debates ever since they were young, and like many of them have like in their family they have like dinner together and often have rich conversations about, and they will debate on ideas of like music or politics or history or anything they're interested about basically. And also like speaking clearly is also one of like the most important life skills, because even like if you want to get into top universities or even later on in job interviews, you need to be able to speak clearly to be able to make a good impression on the interviewer, and also to it can also help you later on to grab lots of different opportunities and just like in everyday lives to communicate more effectively with everyone. So yeah, in conclusion, I think the main point to take away is that it's really important to be able to think clearly, because our speech is a reflection of our thinking. So once we're able to organize our thoughts and think clearly, then what comes out of our mouth, like our speech, will be able to be clear as well, and more people will be able to understand us. And yeah, secondly, just to like speaking clearly is like really important life skill, and it can help you get lots of opportunities from like getting into universities to job interviews as well. And that's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.